Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is a new way I'm going to start this show of No Filter. And got the window open. I'm so calm. I'm like looking at myself like this is weird. Um I'm watching The Chosen with my boy right now. I can say this confidently. I got him on the show and I was talking over it so much with him and my neighbor and they were like, shh. That made me laugh so much because it just let me know that they were into the show and they both politely told me to shut the fuck up. And who would think that, from my perspective, I used to look at Christian shows as weak minded and yada yada. I would just want to see explosions and diehard tank top cats shooting cats up. That literally was my mind frame then. And anybody that brought to me anything Christian, I would look at them like, I don't think we're gonna be friends. I don't think we're gonna be friends much longer. And I used to go to a Christian school, so it's so devilish to hear me say that, but it's awesome to hear me say that because that's what I used to ride on, that frequency, and it used to be cool. And hence my download tonight or today, whenever you land on this episode of No Filter, the realest show ever, hands down. There's no FCC tells us what to do. You know the drill. God told me to sit over there to, with your power that you have, since you're a vessel for me, to reiterate how important it is to cherish our children, our kids. I don't have any kids, but a lot of you all do, and a lot of my people I knew once have kids still, and they're great parents and they're doing a hell of a job. So I have no kids at all, so I have no I'm going to say this two ways. I have no right to say anything about any of you having kids and how to raise your kids, because that's your gift that you were bestowed upon by God. But God did give me the authority to say this, that as a child bearer, you must be a positive role model in that child's life and not just have your child in Disney World. We going there, God? Oh yeah, we doing it. We doing it. Not just have your kids in Disney World every 3 years and then taking a picture for the social media and having your daughter or your son forcefully smile for the picture so you can get 160 comments, and then you somehow in your subconscious justify that as being a good parent. We see right through that shit. A lot of y'all used to just take pictures of pets and shit knowing y'all are a piece of shit. But you got like 3,000 likes because you know these women love pets. So you slid right under that demographic just to get your likes up. But you knew you're a piece of shit. All right then. So what I'm getting at, there's a lot of deadbeat parents out here. You loved how I just switched the algorithm up that fast. I was calm like Mr. Rogers, but I just took off that shirt. So now we get right down to the meat of it. Heath Ledger, Joker lip smack. Yeah, there's a lot of parents out here that are deadbeats. Didn't you just say you have no right to talk? I did, but now the left shoulder talking. He's like, hold on, we ain't doing no PG-13. If you talking about kids, we gonna talk about it right. I just saw Balenciaga commercial with Celine Dion, whatever her name is, in some commercial walking like she's some like, yeah, y'all know what it is. She was fucking walking in a goddamn hospital with babies, and she was acting like she was about to put them in her purse. And then somebody's like, hey, hold on, what the fuck you doing here? She's like, I'm Celine Dion, or whatever her name is. You know how to butcher names, you get what I'm saying. And they just still arrested her ass. But she basically said it in plain sight, I'm a celebrity, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I want these babies for harvesting so I can keep my blood right. Yeah, I'm a vampire. Yeah, what is it, Martha Stewart? I forgot, I saw some TikTok dude, my trigger, that's my, that's my trigger. My boy put me on my trigger again. And I was laughing. I was like, I haven't watched My Trigger in a minute because then I get in the X-Files mode. But he put me on that African video last night, which I'm very proud. I'm riding and I'm seeing everybody on TikTok ad. Africa. Yeah, you goddamn right. Thank you, Monty, for that shit. I wasn't going to do nothing about Africa. I was still going to be talking about slapping bitches and doing my, yeah. You didn't hear about the Boogie Nights 2? Shit, I just got casted in that, and that comes out July 7th. I said, if you want early tickets, just cash at me all your money that you've ever saved, and then I'll give you guys tickets that don't exist, and then I'll be wealthier, and then you guys will just see more Mark Wahlberg, Calvin Hine underwear photos and billboards in your cities. It's me sitting there. If there's a day that you see me on billboards advertising underwears from another company, so you guys can just see the silhouette of my balls, I'm gonna laugh until I die. Actually, I'm just gonna have the Joker laugh. I was like, I've actually made it. I can die happy. You can die happy just being on billboards? Oh hell yeah! It don't even matter what it is. Weren't you talking about kids? I was talking about kids. Yeah, I was getting a little vain there because I like my package. I'm very well endowed. I got a 2-inch penis. That shit is lovely. 2 inches. That bitch is tiny. But I love every inch on my body. But besides that, it's 2 inches from the ground. I got you guys again with the oldest school ever. I thought you. Yeah, that bitch is dangling 2 inches from the ground. It's tinies. In my culture, if it's not sluggish on the ground and people are tripping over your shit's tiny. I don't give a fuck what you think. If it's not a third leg, you don't have a third leg tailored in your jeans. Like you got a tail, then you got tiny D's. That's how it is in our culture. Why do you think we don't wear pants? We just sit around campfires and just do that all goddamn day and just fucking control weather and shit. Oh Christ, that's why the phone just slapped down. That's the Mandingo dance. I just had to take you left field, but you know I'm about to get on your deadbeat parents. So I'm just giving you guys chances to get your kids up. Get your kids upstairs and play in the Xbox so they can put their little Call of Duty headphones on. So you and your little deadbeat wife can drink all the wine you want. It's like, oh, we are deadbeat parents. All we do is just go on vacations and then we just showcase our kids every now and then. Yeah, that's what society does nowadays. You guys just use your kids as showcase pieces. Are you really going there? Yeah. I'm going right there. I landed right to your rooftop like Superman. Like Superman did in the fucking farm. They were about to fucking all of a sudden, what the fuck is in our backyard? And then they had to raise a kid the next morning. That's how surprising this fucking conversation. Now I'm gonna get you looking at each other differently. Yep, that guy. I thought you were talking about Africa. Stay on that. Stay on Africa. Yeah, that's already dropped. We got the youngins running wild with that topic. So I gotta just sit back and call you deadbeats out. All right. When's the last time you looked your kids in the eye and said you really loved them? That part's. Let me roll up this bitch so you guys can come up with a lie answer. Look at each other. Look at your husband and wives. Like, when is the last time we... You don't even know your kids' names, do you? Because your babysitters are always in the malls. They're the new parents nowadays. You went there, so yes, you diders. Yeah, your babysitters are the new parents. Because guess what happened? I had a brother that was trying to get babysitters to be his parents. Are you talking about your own family? I got to. If I'm talking about yours, I got to talk about mine. So let's talk about mine. Yeah, see, I'm talking about mine, so I can feel a little like, I love my shit. I love exposing shit. So I had a brother, still do, and he had babysitters taking care of his kid for a long time. And then him and his buddy were just playing guitar in their drawers and shit when me and the crew were cleaning filters all the time. Did I go there? Yes, I went there on my own shit. So you guys can set 3 camel cocks. Okay, all right, then you're balancing the playground. I've got to. Because otherwise in the comments, you're just talking about other people. I'll talk about myself first. You know I'm a piece of shit still. Okay, then we love that. I'm also a hero, all right. I'm also sexy, yes, that guy. I also tell the blatant truth, yes. And I'm also anointed by God, yes. So fuck it. I'm all those. What are you? All right, let's get there. You a good parent or a bad parent? It's one or two things. This life is very simplified. You with the planet or you against it? All right. So my brother hired a whole bunch of babysitters. I say a whole bunch because we got to fluff up my story. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to Sherlock Holmes and like, oh, it's that guy. I can't even give you year frames because then you'll pinpoint who the fuck I'm talking about when you already do know who I'm talking about. All right, you know I love you. So yeah, he had babysitters and he didn't even have responsibility. Oh, my baby Jays. I forgot how real the show is. She's probably watching. Yeah, baby cakes, I love you. Yeah, I'm Uncle Zoe's. That's what I do here. So that guy, I just blew my own weed in the tray because that's how far I went. Yeah, that guy, which is your father. Okay, so you're going to see this in the future. It's okay then. You guys' relationship's already rekindled. But your father had babysitters at the time as he was running a business. Okay, he was doing that not to be spiteful. Okay, he just was managing his time right. But unfortunately, he caught the algorithm of him loosening or delegating more than being a parent. He found himself just calling fucking bada bings over every time he had to take care of a responsibility he could have took care of. But that reality hit him so fast, and I'm just doing a Sigmund Freud analyzation of this all until he speaks his piece on it. I feel like his business hit him at rapid speed. He did a lot of it on his own. He was a parent all at the same time, was married, and was literally like the Ringling Brothers. He was juggling a lot on his plate. So he hired babysitters to take care of that. But he got so busy and his company was thriving that his scale wasn't evenly balanced, if you get what I'm saying. So his babysitters became basically like the parents. All right? So with that being said, everything is corrected now, but that was the past. And that was a realization that we all called him out for daily, but he was so close to the situation, he would become argumentative versus looking at the situation and seeing it from those perspectives. It's easy to say now from hindsight, but in the midst of everything, it's like being in the trenches in war and bombshells are going off and you just have one thing in mind. It's getting your ass out of there alive, right? But you were trained to be a unit. So instead of being selfish in the battlefield, you're trained to think about, let's just say, 20 to 50 soldiers before you think about yourself, because everybody is a Voltron. We have a med staff, okay? You have your gurney guy. You have, let's just say, your trumpet guy. We're talking about Civil War II. I'm just bringing the positions of every soldier. You have like a communications person, you have a C4 person, you have the syringe guy, you have the airplane, airstrike guy, you know, Call of Duty. If you guys are Call of Duty fans, you would know the positions of every soldier. I'm not a scholar by far, but hopefully you're following the drift. So when you're in the middle of a trench and you have so much chaos around you, you're trained for that through Hell Week. You're crawling under barbed wires. You have pigs they already killed, and they're tossing them on the barbed wire. And your mission is to crawl through the barbed wire to stay focused while all this shit's happening. Your drill sergeant's fucking throwing dummy grenades in there too. And you're like, you get what I'm saying? They're testing you to see how you will respond. And are you going to block up your brigade that is behind you? Are you going to freeze up in fear? Like, and then everybody's like, oh shit, what you doing, Captain? You supposed to be navigating us through this bitch and you fucking scary. And then they trample over your ass and then the whole mission's done. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody's for themselves. And then you get off track and then you run and somebody fucking runs, I'm out of here. And then all of a sudden that motherfucker blows up as he ran into a land minefield. Position, you know what I mean? Position compromised. Some private Saving Private Ryan type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Normandy Beach. Yeah. Tom Hanks, you saw how coordinated he had to be when they were on that boat. They were scared shitless. Anybody would be. But once they got close to the Normandy Beach, they had to have that strategy. They had to have that map that they memorized. The key points. This is where we're going to have the not renaissance, but reconnaissance mission, meaning like you're going out there to get knowledge. Reconnaissance. So, you know, everyone needs to know their maps and their key rendezvous areas. It wasn't like now you have a fucking cell phone and you have everything and you have you know what I mean, they can talk to you like some NFL players. You know what I mean? This is a different time. So you had to use your brain and keep everything orchestrated. Okay, thank you, Spirit Team. My left ear went numb because I was asking myself why I brought that analogy up. And I brought it up because we need to be trained to stay calm even though our world around us is falling apart. And the Army's really good for that. So instead of being dolo-minded like a lot of us are, when the shit hits the fan, and Rico, yeah, exactly. Damn. Yeah, you got tossed into the Greyhound. You did. All right, I said your name just truthfully. Bada bangs. If you get it, you get it. So yeah, I was talking about him and the babysitting. So a lot of these parents now are in this state of mind of when the shit hits the fan, when things happen so rapidly, instead of them rationally thinking about how they're going to solve it, they think about delegating. Let's get such and such our next door neighbor to take care of the situation, while we go out to the bar because we're too stressed. We need a drink. And then everything becomes domino effect. And then that one night that you wanted to escape your stress becomes a every Thursday pattern, right? And then your local Ted Danson from Cheers, your bartender, starts to notice you become a local. You become a familiar. You know what I'm trying to say? A normal, regular. And then that bartender becomes your therapist because you only trust, you don't even, this is how ill shit is. This is how my show gets, and then I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Bartenders are the first therapist, psychiatrist, because they are quiet observers of everybody that comes to their facility to get a drink. The origin of drinking was to take your mind off of something. You had a long day at work, you go and drink, and that's how it started, right? Cowboy times. They would drink, have fun, prostitutes, everything, the ladies of the night, bada bing. But then after that era stopped, bars became a place of just like you to get away, happy hours. And then there was a one customer that came in that bar one time and just shot his girlfriend, or vice versa. And then that bartender that was the first time that algorithm changed for that bartender. That bartender had a decision. Am I going to serve this person that I know just committed murder, to take his mind off of this because he did something bad? So I'm going to numb this pain, or am I going to talk to this person to hopefully change this person's life while I'm drinking, while he's drinking? Some bartenders become a therapist like that because they notice the power they have. It's that person sitting there looking at that bartender like, I need a drink to get out of this situation. The bartender can refuse them, or accept their request. And it's kind of, I love my spirit team because it's kind of like when you have a kid, you got to accept the responsibility or not not accept the responsibility of raising that kid to the fullest. And what I mean by that is, if you have a kid, you want to make sure you're the best role model possible, because our kids are sponges and they're watching everything we do. If you and your significant other do a lot of yelling and arguing and push your kid into a room just to say, all right, Timmy, all right, Susan, whatever, get in there while me and your mother take care of this. When they get older, they're going to take care of the same argumentative situations like that. So we need to just fix the problem now, nip it in the bud, and stop allowing our problems to be an excuse to not raise our kids right. There's too many people I'm seeing that have children that are not happy, that are not a solid structure because the parents feel like their life is too chaotic, and then they put that responsibility on the kid. How unfair is that? You brought the fucking kid in this world. You're supposed to have the structure and the foundation for the kid, and then you're acting like you do some reverse psychology. Oh, this kid's a problem and it's interrupting my schedule. You selfish bastard. That part, that's what this show's about. We're not gonna let that shit slide no more. So you a good parent or a bad parent? I have no kids, but I see it happening all the damn time, and that's why I'm doing this now. I was compelled to talk about this. So us, as responsible adults, hopefully, let's stick to our word and actually use our power to change this generation coming in. Let's usher a strong, innocent open-hearted new generation confirmation bitches of beautiful kids that's going to ask the right questions. This society is too scary. A lot of people say, don't talk about this, don't do this, da-da-da-da. And that same scary shit is not going to raise a generation of truthful people. We're going to raise another generation of hush-hush, okay, rub shoulders and shake hands with the right people so you can get to the right position. But if you say the wrong thing, you're going to ruin your whole future trajectory because you went against the grain. Fuck this going against the grain. Do you know what going against the grain is? That means fuck what God said. Do what the devil says so you can succeed in this world. But you won't live eternally. You're just going to be the man or the woman in this materialistic world. Most people take the materialistic route because they don't know the unknown. So they're like, fuck the unknown. I want to see what's now. I did understand that until I became closer with God. It's a tough decision, but an easy decision if you know yourself. Am I being regurgitative? Yes, because the Bible is nothing but basic instruction before leaving Earth. Come on now. Every Sunday you go there and you hear the same regurgitative shit. So don't ever try to say I'm a regurgitative, because I'm saving your lives. And I don't need to save your fucking nasty lives, do I? No, but I do because I'm compelled to. Fuck out of here. Are you paying me for this shit? No. But does your therapist charge you for some bullshit? Yeah. And then they have you come the next day. So fuck out of here with that shit. I'm giving you free value. I'm Gary Vee in your ass right now. Gary Vaynerchuk, whatever his name is. Yeah, he's dropping free, valuable information to change lives if you grasp it. Knowledge is only power if it's applied. I know a lot of regurgitative people. Yeah, shut up, Zoe. Shorten it up. You should have just said this. I'm thinking about life. Yeah, if I did say it like that, would I be on this show now? Would I be just as popular if I was just a condenser? Nope. Not at all. I would just be sitting here like, all right, guys, be a good parent. Good night. Is that entertaining? Or do you like campfire stories? You like me engaging? You like me talking to you passionately? Yeah, forgetting shit, fucking up sometimes. That's real shit. I ain't gonna sit here and like read a fucking, a fucking sticky note saying, yeah, okay, let me condense this shit. I still have friends right now say, condense it, Zoe, get to the point. I'm like, no, that's not how my brain works. Your brain works like that. You're a computer. You're a math genius. Okay, I get you, Rain Man. You want me to condense these messages from God? And the guy was like, you gonna condense my shit? You wouldn't have all these followers right now if you condensed your shit. I'm like, exactly. What is this cat doing? And I was like, okay then. If this cat ain't doing nothing in my realm, then I'm not going to take that advice to condense my shit, because if I condense it, then my show would be dry my guys. It would be no filter. No filter wouldn't exist. Not at all. Just get up, wake up, with Zodog wouldn't exist. None of that shit would exist if I was a condenser. Okay? It's not working. I was taking a shower there, a cosmic one. I was like, maybe I should condense myself. And the guy was like, who the fuck are you to condense yourself? Who are you to shorten your shit up? People tell you right now, I love your energy, so I love all thing about you. You help me out. Yeah. I'm like, exactly, because I'm just being me. I'm not condensing my gifts. No, not at all. So I tried to. I'm like, maybe I got to get to the point. I'm like, wait a minute, this is my goddamn house. I was like, why am I trying to convince somebody else? No. That's why sometimes me and God talk. I'm like, I don't like this, compromising and shit. I really don't. I never did like it. And I got to change my algorithm up. My neighbor came over today. You want to go down to the store and walk? I was like, no, I just got up and I want to roll weed, but I didn't have any weed to roll. I was like, ain't that a bitch? Hey, man, we're going to go to the supermarket. It's like, man, I have no money on my card. I don't want to go there and see you buy shit. So I was irritable. I was like, wait a minute, man. And then I thought about some other shit. And I was like, God, you have me waiting a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this and this, and my money should have been here. And then LaToya Kia dropped the video earlier, and I'm like, that's true. It's already finished. Everything was already written. So thank you, girl. I love you, baby. So a lot of times when I'm like, where's my shit at? I'm doing a lot for people. Okay, and I know my karma's been paid off. I was like, okay, this needs to be reciprocal. And then I'm waiting all day for some shit. And I'm like, got mad most of the day. And I realized it was perfect timing when it came through. When I was in the shower, I was like, man, everything's fucking perfect timing. I just like my schedule. I don't like other people telling me when I can do this and do that. I just got out that algorithm last year. That's why I do my show. If I was going to do my show with this other friend of mine, I wouldn't have been this raw, because he would have sat here and he would say, hey, man, let's talk about this. We can't talk about that. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just too many Nah, I can't do that. I can't do this. I don't operate like that. And I know you guys love me being me, right? Right? I mean, come on now. You love this shit. You do, right? You don't want me editing shit like, you know what, guys, forget that. It's too much. You love me ruffling feathers. You love telling me to tell that person to fuck off, don't you? Don't you? At least you don't have the balls to say it, so you get your nut off or whatever by me, right? Exactly. Name someone else like Alonzo, please. Leave it in the comments. No, you're not going to find them. You're not. People are worried about how they look on cameras, how they say their messages. I don't care how my message comes up, because I am the shit. Right? I'm better than everything. Right? Yes. Am I? No, but I confidently said it, so now I gotta be better. That's what I'm saying. I tell myself what it is. Are you better than someone in tennis? Yeah. I'll pick up a tennis racket and just be better than fucking the Serena sisters. Yeah, I'm that shit. You good in pool? I'll make myself better than you. Okay. You're good at fucking darts? I'll make myself better than you. You're good at running I'll make myself better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like anything you tell me that I can't do, I will say, I will. That's who I am. I never let someone say I can't do shit because I'll prove you wrong. Right? So I start like, go ahead, say something I can't do. Some people's out here saying that, hey, no, don't even go there. So we're not opening that door. I don't even want to do it. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I smoke weed, right? I'm a rapper. Yeah, I do. I used to sniff coke. Yes, I did. But that doesn't make my rapping any better or duller. I mean, when I'm sober, I'm nastier. I have a library of records of songs that you guys even haven't heard of. Before I even knew what coke was. That still crushes y'all songs today. Crushes them all. Crushes them all. Old songs that are better than yours. They are the shit. Your girlfriends will love them. Your wives will love them. And they're in the chambers. Why do I say that so confidently? Because I am the shit. Better than you. And you spend millions of dollars on your album covers and all these videos and this and shit. I had none of that. And still get more pull than you. So what about that part? Okay. Name someone who's better than Alonzo, please. That part, man. God damn it, I'm so good. Okay? Name something. Kung Fu? I'm better than you in it. Okay, I'm your model. I'm better than you in it. You been an actor? I'm better than you in that. You do fashion? I don't even know the shit about fashion, but I'll crush you in your own fashion game. Yeah. You read cards? You're a tarot reader? I'm better than you in that. Are you an artist? I don't draw shit. I draw the most kindergartenish crazy pictures, but they will be more Van Gogh, Picasso's than your shit. Yeah. What else? You collect cars? I don't know shit about cars, but I'll be at the baddest cars than you will. Why? Because I am the shit. I own up to it. I touch things and make it the shit. Okay, then what else should I say? Who else's soul should I crush? All right, deadbeat parents are addressed. Are you going to raise your kids better? I hope so. Yeah. I don't know. Left shoulder, you want to say anything to these kids? Anything. I don't think I have anything else to say to you. So get your lives together. Get your kids together, because that's our fucking future. Okay? And don't do it just for the gram. I'm tired of seeing your kids snuggled up under your armpits and you're forcing them to smile, but they don't know nothing about you. They don't know nothing about you. They know more about celebrities and these sports stats than they know about you. That part, that's a microphone dropper. That's a sexual chocolate. Yeah, that boy good. I only got my water over here. I just want to slap bitches. And I wasn't sniffing coke. This is a lot of mucus from smoking all damn day. That's all that is. Oh, baby J's. Appreciate your patience. And I know you guys didn't click off because I'm that shit. I can be off the screen for 10 minutes. You'll still be waiting there patiently, looking at Yoda's face. He's real the struggle is. If you allow that to be your reality. Oh God, baby J's. Why do I even bother giving you confidence at times? Why? As soon as this camera goes off, you get distracted by another video.